Hi, I am Paula Marchan, and today I will be talking about my Ace Media Film opening project and all the thought process behind it. Our genre, thriller, was chosen because it is very popular to today's mainstream audience. There are a lot of people who really enjoy the psychological thriller, so this is why we thought that it was a good idea. Our target audience is from ages 18 to 25 because these are the ages of the people who usually enjoy watching and putting together all of the information they retain in the end to find the conclusion. Our idea was based off on, at least for me, the fact that our product challenges conventions and represents social groups and issues. Most people that have some type of mental disorder end up being put in a mental asylum. Last year, when I was in AP Psychology, we learned about disorders, which is why I started becoming interested in this. In the class, we learned about the institutions these mentally disabled people were being put in and how bad they really were for them. In some, they experimented on them, and in others, they just left them there trapped in a room to do absolutely nothing. These institutions, though, are so strong and don't want people to think that they are bad because then families wouldn't put their loved ones in there, which would make them lose money. This maltreatment of the patients led me to think that this would be why our main character would end up running away from his mental asylum. In the end, why they would take him back. The location for us was very hard to find because our original idea of the abandoned house was taken down because the house had been closed off and no one was allowed in any longer. We then decided to keep him outside and found the back part of where I horseback ride, which had been abandoned, and we used those stables as a place where our main character would be hiding out. We did a filming schedule which was kept exactly as planned. On those days we worked and we were able to get all of our footage done. I feel that my production skills have really improved after this project. Having to put everything together from scratch to create a whole movie idea was very hard. This is especially harder due to us not having totally advanced technology or sets to make this look as professional as it could be. But we did try our best, and personally, I think it came out pretty great. Having to pick out from a genre to an actual setting that would fit the story was hard at first, but in the end, everything came together perfectly. Our main character was hard to find because the two people we originally had in mind did not work out. I then, for some reason, just thought of my other friend, who was 22, who would, because of his age, fit the part better than the other two, and he happened to be available and he ended up working perfectly for our role. Filming for us only took 2 days, which was not a lot. I honestly thought that it was going to take a lot longer. In that short period of time, we were able to get everything we needed and did not have to end up going back any other day to get anything else. And also, we got all the Foley sounds the second day of filming. The voices were harder to do. Liliana ended up doing the female voice, which is one of the voices that our main character will hear in his head, and my brother did the male voice. Then all the background voices you hear are my friends, which I recorded one day when we went out. Credits, in the end, were not done as we had planned, due to Carlos going out of town and not being able to get them done. Liliana and I went to look for dirt, which was good to write in, but we were not able to find it. But it's okay because I just ended up putting them in our establishing shot that was in the beginning of the film. For some weird reason, we decided to find the title of our film all the way in the end of our process. We went with the name Nameless because it is about a man who has no name. or anyone who cares about him in his society. He is only a number which has no importance to anyone. He is just kind of there. The name shows us that no one does or ever will end up caring about him, not even the voices in his head. To put all of this together, I have used my Mac. We filmed the whole movie with an iPhone, and the quality came out so great that it looks like we filmed with an actual camera. After filming, I put all of the videos on my Mac and placed them into iMovie. All of the sounds we used were recorded through GarageBand, also on the computer. After all of the recording of footage and sounds was done, I placed it all together in iMovie. The blog was also all typed and put in through Google Blogger, which is an online thing, so my Mac was used for this. The CCR, which is what I am doing now, is also being made through iMovie, GarageBand, and QuickTime Player. And lastly, all of the research we did was through the internet. So pretty much, this whole entire project was made technologically. And if we were actually to distribute this film, we could do it in many different ways. A lot of what you see today is ads before YouTube videos and the trailer of the movies. I think that this is one of the most effective ways to advertise movies because everyone watches YouTube at some point, and the ad would be the trailer, which we would end up making anyway. Another way of advertising would be through social media and TV channels. On channels like ABC or Freeform, or any of these, the trailer which we make could be played during commercials, making people want to go watch the movie because of the numerous times that they have been exposed to the trailer already. In conclusion, this has been a really fun lesson and teaching project, and I really enjoyed putting it all together and getting to see how great it looks once it's all done. Thank you for listening, and I really hope you enjoy our movie.